Welcome, everyone, to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I have none other than the bombshell, the billiard bombshell, Miss Emily Duddy.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Thank you for watching.
All right, so our featured matchup today is going to be between Jasmin Ouschan and Rita Chou. Her name is Chieh Chou, but we call her Rita. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is a B-side matchup. We're just waiting for the tournament direction to finish their announcements and player sponsor announcements, etc. It's just kind of part of what we do here at the WPBA. And so as this goes on, when the match gets started, we'll be right back in action with you folks. All right, and we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're going to watch the lag.
All right, looks like Jasmin won the lag.
All right, real quick, let's talk about the match rules for this event. They're going to lag for the first break, which you just seen. It's an alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. The 9-ball is being put on the spot for the break. There's no break box. The opponents are going to rack for each other. There's 3 consecutive fouls, is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. Do you think I missed anything there?
Nope, that sounded great.
All right,
so,
let's
go.
Yep, Rita's going to be racking for Jasmin. She's using the official rack of the WPBA, the perfect rack.
Yeah, and the fact that this matchup is on the B side is a testament to how strong this field is. It's really, I've been on tour 15 years, and this is the strongest field I've ever seen.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's daunting.
Just getting stronger and stronger. No, it's great for pool, right? We love it. It's a little tough for us Americans, but we love all the international competition.
That's right.
Right.
It's only going to make us stronger, Emily. I do believe that.
I agree completely. All right, so it looks like she did pocket a ball. So the one here doesn't really have an open pocket, right? Because it's being blocked by the pink 4, and that's the 7 ball. So probably like to place defensive shot here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much option
offensive.
for offense.
No offensive options at all, I see.
Will she just bank this one and draw the cue ball back under the 3?
Yeah, I like that. That's I would say that's the more aggressive safety, right? And at this level, you really want to get it really tight and remove the jump option if she can get behind the 3 ball.
Right.
Yeah, great
She
shot.
also had the 6 available to her, so that made it probably a little more comfortable to play that safety because you don't have to be as exact.
Yes, for sure. She had 2 blockers, so it really hedged her bets as far as speed for error speed. She wanted to be behind the 3, but happy with the set, be behind the 6. Nice 1 rail kick here. She wants to send it down table. She could also, she's looking for potentially sending the 1 ball down again past this traffic behind it.
Oh.
All right, so left Jasmin a nice open shot here on the 1. And it looks like the 3 ball's next, right? At this bottom, towards this bottom rail.
I do believe so. That looks to be the purple 5 in the middle of the table. So
yes,
she'll be going to the red ball next.
It's kind of like a power. She could power draw, really, kind of past that purple 5.
If any of you guys have seen Jasmin's YouTube channel, she has a whole entire segment about drawing the cue ball. So
yeah, I love her videos.
Yeah, she's really informative.
Great. Yeah.
And
her
funny.
Videos are, she's so funny.
And she's actually really funny in real life. So when you watch her videos, if you know Jasmin, you can totally get the sense of humor because that's all her. She looks very stern in play. But she is really a fantastic human.
She really is, and she does a lot of the outtakes. She just shows her outtake stuff. Highly
recommend it.
Or she drops
something and it'll say subscribe when she goes to pick it up.
Yeah, very creative.
Yeah, very genius.
A good team there. She's out of Klagenfurt, Austria. I had the pleasure of actually playing in Klagenfurt 2 years ago in the World Championships, and they hosted the event. It's a great, beautiful town.
All right, here we go.
Thin slice on this 1 ball here, or just select to play a safety. And held it for the 3. Very well done. All right, I would say coming in probably 2 rails with inside English to come up for that pink 4. And guys, we keep saying pink 4 and purple 5 because those are not the normal colors for
us.
Us. Yes. Because this is what set of balls is this, Lonnie?
These are the Aramith Black series.
Yeah.
We'll also be using these in the upcoming World Championships.
Good to know. Yeah.
So I think maybe they're just trying to make sure that we know what we're doing with these sets. I don't know.
Well, that'll be definitely the change with the black. Instead of the stripes are going to be black then. Okay. I might have to get a set to warm up for that, to get ready for that tournament.
Just to get prepared.
Yeah, just to get prepared for that.
Yeah, it's I think it'll be just fine though. A stripe is a stripe, right?
Yes. But a black edge versus a white edge, right? That's a little nuance. All right, we're at wide open rack here for Rita. Looks pretty straightforward.
What I love about Rita and the way that she strikes the ball is that she always, if she has a choice between 1 rail shot or a 2 rail, she almost always plays the 2 railer for position.
Really lets her stroke out.
Yes, she doesn't. You very rarely see her decelerate through her stroke ever.
Yeah, world class pull.
Yes, she's just so impressive, and quickly becoming the favorite of many. So.
Oh, for sure. Talk about also like a very sweet, funny woman, and also just a complete monster.
All right, there you go, folks. Chou taking Rack number 1. This is a race to 8. This is an elimination round matchup. The winner of this match will play again at 2 p.m. versus the winner of Chieh and Kawahara. The loser will go home 17th through 24th with a check.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the money.
Yep,
This
in the
is
money.
the business end of the event. So nobody's going home empty-handed here. It's just somebody's making more.
Yes. And at this point, I mean, the title is up for grabs by multiple world champions.
But
So they're really
nobody wants to be in this bracket.
Nope.
With these two coming through the B side.
Yeah, honestly, the entire B side is
stacked
for sure.
Speaking of that, we can actually discuss that while we're waiting for Rita to get ready to break.
Yeah.
So on the B side alone, we have the likes of Nina Torvind and Kelly Fisher.
Yep.
Ayala Soledad and April Larson. Sylviana Liu and Brittany Bryant. Boyana Saric and Monica Webb. Jasmin, Ouschan, and Rita, who we're seeing right now. Chieh and Kawahara. And Bean versus Kennedy Myman. Savannah Easton versus Wang Wanling.
It's crazy.
It's so impressive.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
So who's on the A side? That's the question.
Right.
too,
The A
right?
side is just monstrous as well. We got Sakura Miramatsu and Christina Zlateva playing at 2 o'clock, as well as Sophia Mast, the young junior world
Such a
champion.
great tournament so far
versus
for her.
Pia Filler. And then Wei Su Chen and Yuki Hiraguchi should be our feature matchup at 2 o'clock. And Christina Takach versus Sosoa.
Wonderful. The creme de la creme.
Yeah, beautiful.
For sure.
All right, so we're back in action on the match.
right.
Enough blabble from us, right?
All right, very interesting kind of clusters here we have going on. The 3 does not go past that purple 5. So she's definitely going to take her extension. Right, she's looking for the kick safe here. Or no, she can play it. Okay, she can hit it directly. And probably playing the carom, I would say, for the 3-4 or 3-5 to the 3-5 carom, right? Or she can just play a safe. Oh, she's looking like it might slide past.
I wonder if she can play the short side of the pocket here.
Yeah, maybe cheat the pocket a little bit. Play it on the left side.
Well, and I'm wondering, I think this though she traveled just a little too far for the carom, so making a.
Yeah, I guess if it goes, then obviously that's better than the carom. Oh yeah, there we go.
She's not happy about this.
Oopsies. Well, she slid the ball in. However, a little too far on the cue ball there.
And at the pace she had to play that, it was a very slow pace. In order to get that ball to fall in the pocket, she was limited with her cue balls. So she probably just never even really considered that this might happen.
Yes, definitely not.
How quickly a lapse in focus can happen, isn't it?
Tiny little moments and decisions, and it all adds up, right? I mentioned last night my favorite book is On the Pleasure of Small Motions, my favorite pool book, Bob Francher, and such a great book for the mental game and all the parts. But this really is a game of, small motions. All right, looking to kick here. Very uncomfortable position for her to be in, but a nice one rail and just making contact and try to hit that pink 4.
Very awkward.
Yeah. Because when the cue ball's so
over
close to the rail here, too, it can jump.
So
she got it.
She does thin just the top side of the pink 4, and it looks like Jasmin's coming to the table with a really nice opportunity.
Yeah, this looks really, really good. The only little touchy thing might be the 6 to the 8 because of where the 9 ball is. But really, I anticipate her running out here.
You know, Jasmin's path through this event has not been an easy one. Second round, she run right into Kelly Fisher. And then from there, she's been on the scenic route ever since. Now, I'm not going to say it's been scenic for her because she, in my opinion,
she played Margarita Steyer.
Has had the toughest draw through the B side. She runs into Margaret first thing coming into the B side after a tough loss to Kelly. Then she plays Minatani last night. She just really, and then she runs right into Chou. You know, so.
Definitely.
So I would say that if Jasmin comes through this event, she is going to have earned it.
Yes.
It has not been an easy road for this young lady.
To winning any tournament, you have to earn it, but you're completely right. I mean, it's a very extraordinary path that she's on.
Oh, yeah. She's had the roughest road, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just looking at the bracket, I'm not saying that anybody isn't talented by any means, but she's definitely not had an easy run.
But-
coming in unseated on top of it, which is also difficult.
For sure.
Um,
But Jasmin is a, multi-world champion,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
She's
definitely
been
is
here
capable.
before
Yes, yes. And she's won this event before.
3 times. I
3
do
times,
believe.
right? Yeah.
So, and it's kind of funny. People are like, how does Jasmin not get seated or ranked? And I'm like, well, she doesn't play in all of our events anymore. So she
Yes,
comes in
yeah.
a little below what she should be ranked, of course.
Yeah.
But she's okay with it. She puts in the work. She knows her position on tour. And,
For sure.
if she doesn't have a problem, seem to have a problem with it, she just gets
Yeah.
right to business.
Yep. And, obviously our focus is also the Predator events and plays in all of those as a sponsored Predator player, of course.
Well,
and
both
then
of these
also
ladies are
Euro
Predator
Tour.
sponsored.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
both of these ladies are Predator
Yeah.
sponsored. All right, nice cleanup work by Jasmin Ouschan to tie this matchup. The score is 1-1. Not really sure. They must not be using their tablet
Yeah,
yet.
the tablet.
But don't worry, folks, because you guys can see the handy dandy scorekeeper at the top of your screen that is here for the on-site spectators.
Yes.
Don't worry, the score will be updated by the ladies right there.
Do you know, I was actually the one that got those flip charts for us. I was when I was on the board.
Nice.
I said my aunt and uncle coming to this event, and for 3 years, and they did not know what the beads meant, and they had other people asking them what the beads meant. And I said, guys, this is this is not the best look for us. I think we need to have numbers and keep it simple. So, yeah, I found those flip charts on Amazon, and we ordered them all.
Yeah, they're a great addition.
Right? Yeah. No, we've had
We're
them
happy to travel
had them
them
ever
around.
since. That was 2018. So, I'm glad. I was like, people need to know what's going on, right?
Right, here
All
we
right,
are.
1-1.
Jasmin to break.
We were talking about, with the 9 on the spot now, that a lot of the international players are used to playing with that rack, right? But us on the WPBA, it's been a new change for us. We started with moving the 9 on the spot last tournament. So a lot of us are getting used to playing the 1 ball on the side, right? The nuances of the rack change. How have you
Yeah.
found it, Lonnie?
Well, necessary. That's the first thing I want to say is that
Yeah.
I find it necessary so that we're staying, especially for the American players. I think it's important that we stay on top of the international rules.
Agreed.
And so I have no problem learning it. Has it been more difficult? Yeah, of course. Especially because as American players, we were just perfecting the basic 1 on the spot
Yeah.
template break.
Agreed.
So we're so far behind the ball that I definitely understand that it was necessary, and so I'm willing to put in the work. I think most of us American girls are all
Yeah.
in for that.
Well, I actually talked to a man. I asked one of the guy pros. I was like, "So what's the trick on these racks?" And he gave it to me, and he said, "You're playing like a draw shot, like you're drawing the 1 ball. You imagine drawing the 1 ball into the bottom left corner, like you're playing it in the bottom left with draw.
Oh, okay.
And then you're trying to make the 1 in the side and spin the wing ball in.
Yep.
If you're missing the 1 short, like below the side pocket, you need to power up a little more. And if you're hitting the 1, missing it above the side pocket, you need to take a little speed off."
Yep.
And he told me that at racks, and honestly, it was a game changer. And so I'm just trying to kind of spread the word a little bit.
Yeah. You're like, I'm helping all you girls out. Let's
I
do
know. I was like, do I tell anybody? I was like, yes, I'm gonna.
it. Well, that's nice, Emily. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And that's also the information that I was at. I asked many players as well.
Right?
And,
Yeah.
and that was actually the same information I received as well. So.
Perfect.
All right. Looks like we're spreading good information around the pool world.
Awesome.
So
This
yeah,
looks pretty straightforward here, right?
I am a little curious as to the angle she has on this 5 ball. Let's
Check out
go
the
see if
side,
we
yeah.
get. She doesn't have much angle at all.
Yeah.
Enough to force it forward and out. So that's that's
That was well
fine.
executed. Yeah, she was a little straighter than she would have liked there, but she came with that nice 2 rail forward.
Nice shot.
Great. Yeah, and probably let her stroke out here, or just she could stun draw, kind of like stun it down, or let her stroke out back and forth. Looks like she's queuing up to do that. Yeah, it was a little too steep. Right? Better to just let it out, let your stroke out, and get into that nice position zone there. What about here?
Oh, I think the 9 ball gets real big on this shot. She may have to come around 3 rails.
Yeah, well, if you go forward 3 rails like that, yeah, that's the right shot. Just gotta make sure to miss the 8.
Yeah. Either way, you were risking something because if you try to
Yep.
draw out of that, the 9 is huge.
Yeah.
So the 3-railer maybe just allows you to let your stroke out and potentially get a better roll out of it.
Yeah, well, you want to, find the longest line into that position zone, and then, that gives you the most margin for error for, for speed control.
Little short in position to the 9, but I don't think it'll be much of a problem for Jasmin.
Yep.
Well, for any of these ladies, this is not a terrible spot. We're all happy to have this 9 ball.
Yeah. She's a favorite to make this.
Yeah, it could. There's a lot worse out there than that shot.
2-1.
All right, 2-1, guys. We're gonna throw a quick commercial. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you're watching WPBA Billiards.
All right, Jasmin ahead 2-1 here. And this is a race to get 8. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Emily Duddy, and I'm here with the voice of the stream, Lonnie Fox Raymond. And thank you, Lonnie, so much for all your hard work on the tour and with this stream, because it's only been getting better and better. And I know how hard you work, and we all really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Yeah.
All right, so looks like Rita is going to break. Chou on the go.
Yeah. All right, looks like she
does miss the 1 in the side.
missed the one on the side, but got the wing ball.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. 1 to the 2 is a little funny here, especially because of where the 9 ball is.
Well, I think even the 1, I know that she's favored to make the 1, but even shooting, this is a tough
yeah.
shot. This
Agreed.
is, we speak about it because these ladies make it so, they make it look so easy. But it's not an easy shot here. So we'll see what Chou decides to do. We'll go to a different view just to kind of give the folks at home a little bit better angle onto what she's looking at.
She can slice this in, but it's, like I said, because of the 9 ball, it's tricky to get on that too. So let's see. I mean, she could, I like the playing the safe there.
Much better option.
Great option, yeah. It was really too much of a tall order to really slice the 1 and then try to get position for the 2 with a small window, right? So
very smart decision.
Great aggressive safety there. All right, so she could do a 1-rail kick right to the top. That's kind of the best option here. And multi-rails, I don't really see a lot. Yeah, so just keep it simple. And she could potentially make it and also have position for the 2 if she does. All right, so she's going to try to make it. Yeah, beautiful shot. There you go. And she actually did 2 rails and kick it in off the rail. It's beautiful.
Well played.
All right, and that's when you guys are when something to consider is playing defense. If you're leaving the object ball in the middle of the table, right, it makes it a smaller ball. If you're leaving it closer to the rail, it's an easier kick for your opponent. So even though she was a great aggressive behind the 2, right, it kind of left that open shot for Jasmin. All right, so a little spin around to play the 3 ball in the bottom left corner. Just like that. Beautiful. I'll probably draw back up here and play the pink 4 in the side pocket. Right, she's kind of at a small position area here, but she should be fine as long as she doesn't want to have too much angle, because just to be able to make it. Yeah, very nice.
And here it's all about just staying in the line of the next shot and making sure that you consistently
making
do all
sure
the work,
and angles.
right?
Yep. So we'll make sure she has an angle here on this purple 5, and then she has 6 wide open in the middle of the table. Yep, just stay down. All her fundamentals. She is an amazing trainer as well. She's a training facility in Klagenfurt. Very beautiful facility. Yeah, and these diamonds, they have a very deep pocket, like a very deep shelf too, right? This ball is further out, but when they're really hanging in the jaws, it's really hard to play position off those shots, right? You got to be really careful of what part of the ball you hit, but she had plenty of space there to just pocket it, and then yeah, probably play a stop shot here, maybe draw back a little bit, and then just go 3 rows around, or yeah, probably let her stroke out on the 8. Well, she drew back so much now that she can kind of probably just hold it there for to play the the 9 in that bottom left corner.
I think either one was acceptable. I don't think
Yeah.
the distance is a problem for Jasmin. She's comfortable in execution on long shots, so I think she'll just pinch it and draw it up
just
a little.
her preference there. Yep, just like that.
Get it off the rail. Well done.
Yep. All right, this 9 ball looking for a 3-1 lead. All right.
All right, there we go. All right, guys, let's check out some of the matches going on around the room. So it looks like Nina Torvin and Kelly Fisher are currently sitting at 1s. Soledad Ayala is up 3-0 over the grinder. Brittany Bryan is up 2-0 over Silviana Liu. Boyana is up 2-0 over the assassin Monica Webb. Jasmin and Rita are currently on the table in the green. Chieh and Chihiro Kawahara. Chieh is up 1-0. We saw her late last night in win over Kibaraglu. Bean Hung is up 1-0 over Kennedy Myman, and Savannah Easton takes a 2-1 lead over Wang Wanling.
Great matchups.
It's like shark infested.
Oh yes, all the great whites are out there, and they're looking for blood because somebody in all these matches is going home.
Yep, all
So
these
they're
matches.
fighting for their tournament life for
Yep.
sure.
Elimination rounds. Now, the good thing is everyone that's playing today is making a paycheck. That's the good thing.
Oh yeah.
We're at the money end, the business end of these events. And so from here on out, it's just a matter of how big your check is.
Yes. Yes. Always nice. Always good to make some money.
Yeah, for
Obviously,
sure.
guys, expenses are pretty high, and tournament winnings are getting better.
Yeah.
They're really not where we want them to be, but they're slowly increasing, and with the international players coming over, I'm sure that will continue to be the trend,
And
which is great.
speaking of that, so if anyone's interested in becoming part of the WPBA family, all you have to do is go to WPBA.com, and the information is available to you there, as well as a contact if you're interested in sponsoring or becoming just donating in general. You're always welcome to do so. We appreciate any and all requests or people that are interested. We're always willing to have a conversation. So make sure you go to WPBA.com and check out how to become involved, as well as if you're interested in donating to the stream itself or to the production. You can always do that through our live YouTube chat that goes on anytime we're live. So you're welcome to come to WPBA Billiards on YouTube, join our live chat, and we have options there as well for you to donate through super chats. So
Yeah, we're
until
grateful
then,
for all of our supporters. Thank you,
absolutely.
guys.
And we know we are
Every
a nonprofit.
little bit, yes,
so-
we're a nonprofit, guys. Every little bit helps.
Yep, absolutely. So all the help, I mean, the improvements that we've seen throughout the last year alone are just leaps and bounds. And so we're so grateful to our support, to our fans, to our sponsors. So thank you guys, and we're going to try to continue to bring you great coverage.
Yes, 100%.
All right.
All
What
right,
about
well,
this
this looks
ball?
good. Yeah, everything. Just the 6. Could we maybe go to the side view and see
Absolutely.
if it goes in the side pocket there?
Let's do the overhead.
Okay.
All right, that's no bueno.
No bueno. Obviously, guys, she was trying to punch it down to play the 6 in the bottom corner, and just caught the 8 ball, and so now she's a little stuck here.
Now, do you think this is too close for the jump, or do you think there's a chance that Jasmine's going to jump at this ball?
You know, I think that the jump is possible, but I don't think she's gonna play it because it could also she also could scratch on the side, you know. So I think that she's gonna try to attempt a kick here.
At first, it almost looked as though she might have been looking at potentially trying to tie up the 8 to the 6, but if you're just gonna, you know, I think making a hit might be more beneficial with the 8 ball being right there.
Yeah, you know, it's a very tight track line here because of where the 7 is, but I think she's looking to masse.
Oh,
yeah, so she's going to masse into the 1 rail kick on the bottom for the bottom.
She's showing off. Beautiful.
Oh yeah,
beautiful attempt.
Beautiful attempt.
Yeah, she just didn't quite get underneath it.
But a little more, she had a good chance of kicking it in as well.
Absolutely.
Right? So she was really going for the kick in there.
Good shot. A good attempt. Unfortunately for Jasmin, she has fouled, so Rita will come to the table with ball in hand.
Yeah. And yeah, just want to make sure that she has the right angle on this from the 7 to the 8. Really here, so she's really just looking at that before. So she has a lot of options though from the 7 to the 8. So she's gonna just elect to go 2 rails. Yes, this is a nice 2 rail around and kind of wants the cue ball back, or she could use maybe look like bottom draw, kind of like a draw it across 1 rail and come back out. Yeah, no, 2 rails around is a much better, nice long line.
Telling you, she doesn't put herself into positions to decelerate. Like,
no,
I
that's
watched her so much now, and
she makes the best, you know, amazing shot choices, right?
She trusts her strokes so much. You can just see how clearly confident in her own ability she is, and it's very inspiring as a player.
Yeah. So the first time I played Rita Chou was at the Amway Cup in Taiwan, and that was in 2013. And she was the defending champion, and I played her on the TV table, and I got killed 6-0, of course. And it was my first time on a TV table, and it was in the international arena. But yeah, I've been a fan of hers for, you know, that's almost over 10 years now that I've been personally watching her play. So yeah, she's a very well-seasoned world champion.
All right, guys, after this next rack, for those of you guys who are familiar here with the WPBA and all of our fun stuff that we do on the backside for the fans, after this next rack, we'll talk a little bit about some of our options for our giveaways this weekend.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so we'll get through this next rack, and when we have that slight 30-second, 40-second break, we'll chat about it real quickly. So stay tuned. If you are watching on any other platform other than YouTube and you want to be part of our live chat, go ahead and just hop on over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube.
Yeah, guys, and also if you're here in person, I want to let you know that you can go to the Steve Arau Billiards booth and get a photo with any player of your choosing, and you can request them, and they will come and take a photo with you at some point. It's only $20, and the Steve will print it out for you.
Yeah, we also have our new media guides available for sale on site as well. We currently are not selling them on our website, but if you're interested, you just got to show up at a WPBA event.
Yeah, their media guides are the best I've ever seen.
They're amazing.
They're really great quality.
So good. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, they're so beautiful. Top 32 all have their bios in there and an autograph section for you. So come see us in person. Get a media guide. Get all your autographs of all the best players in the world. All right, looks like the 2 ball in the middle of the table here, and she can really, I think, just send this cue ball forward. I think 1 rail and come up for the 3 in the bottom right. Or at least she can play it in the corner too. She played the 2 in the corner. Yeah, I like that. 2 rails around, also really a nice option. She has a little bit of traffic to navigate here to get back up table, right, for that pink 4 in the bottom top left corner.
She's looking at the path of the cue ball off the 3. You'll notice she kind of came around to look and see off the second rail if she can clear the purple 5. She's going to drag under the 6, so that means she's going to come short off the second rail. And the 5 becomes a very big ball.
Yes, and hit that track line perfectly.
Swish.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a expert world class shot there to not bump any of those balls. All right, so just come down for, she can play the 5 in either bottom pocket, really. She's a little on the rail here, but just keep her cue level and use those beautiful, perfect fundamentals.
She kind of jumped up a little. I think she almost thought, ooh, last second,
Just a smidge, yeah.
You don't see her do that often. So
Agreed. Yeah,
she's
yeah.
human, you know? Like,
we all are, yes.
yeah, so
Have our-
you never
our
quite know
moments.
with Rita, you know? She's just so stellar in performance usually, especially on the stream.
Yes.
It's like she just turned something on. Jasmin also has that ability.
Yeah, I mean, they just both play to such top speed pool.
All right, here we are. Does she go 2 rails out for the 7 in the side?
You know, I think I would probably do 1 rail for the 7 in the side, but she could draw it. Yeah, she could draw 2 rails. She could go forward as well, 2 rails.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's depending on how she's feeling. Yeah, see, I kind of like that there.
She kept it simple there.
Yeah, with where the 9 ball was and.
Well, I think, too, if she draws out around the bottom left-hand corner, she shortens up the line off the second rail, and she really didn't want to track to the right side of the table.
Yes.
So I seen her kind of look at it, and she's like, you know. You can see in her body language when she moves around the table kind of what she's thinking if, you're around pool a lot. You can see if you watch these top players, their movements guide you through their choices.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the 1 rail was the best option there, I think, as well. And then, these 2 balls to tie this up. Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
Use that other rail there to come into that long line and give herself this ball 3-3.
All right, and there you have it. This is a tied score. We're going into rack 7. Real quick here, let's talk about stuff that's going on for the WPBA. So these are our swag giveaway items for this event. If you donate to our YouTube channel chat for a chance to win it, you can come over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube and send us a super chat. So our prizes for this particular event are, we're going to do it in 4 different winners. So we got a signed media guide as well as an autographed t-shirt. Thank you to Castillo Leather Products, because that white case you see right there is one of our swag giveaway
Awesome.
prizes.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
Castillo makes great cases.
Yes, as well as some Kamui Roku chalk. So make sure, guys, that if you want to be a part of that, we're going to start that today. It's usually just done on Sunday, but for every $20 donation, I will enter you through your username on our YouTube chat into the drawing that will be drawn Sunday after the finals, and we will have 4 separate winners this weekend.
Great, good stuff. All right, so she nailed that 1 ball on the side there.
Great.
And it looks like that 2 ball is close to the 9, right? And the 3 is in a little bit of a funny spot. It doesn't really go in the side pocket, right? And it's kind of a steep angle here to play it in the top corner, right? What do you think? What would you elect to do?
I think that if she's not confident in the shot selection, she definitely has to play some type of safety.
Yeah, there's a lot of good safety options here too.
The
with
3 is
the 5
like,
and the 9 as
yes.
blockers. Yeah,
And
agreed.
cutting the 2 to the bottom right-hand view is probably the only way to really get to the 3 properly. But if she comes around, the window is so small to get on the 3 from this direction. So the safety's for sure the play.
Yeah, I agree. Safe is, it was just too tall of an order there to really play the 2 and get on the 3 ball. All right, so the kick on the 2 ball here, if she comes from 2 rails or 1 rail behind it, she can send the 2 ball up table and potentially hook her on the 3 ball for a kick safe. She can also go for the kick here, right? She can really try to focus on pocketing this 2 ball on the side. or in the corner. Yeah, she put her hand up there, you know, as an acknowledgement. She was trying to play the kick safe, I would say. But definitely got a little fortunate. She has a bank here on the 3. Position for the 4 is kind of like, you know, she's looking for where she's pointing.
Well, and at least she's landed here for the bank. She doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball.
Yes.
It's not going to swing around the table here, so she should be able to hold it.
Exactly. Just bank it in like that. Beautiful. And hold it for the 4. All right. And just wants to make sure she gets on the right side after making this 4 ball, right? Get on the right side of the 5 ball to come around for the 6 in the top left corner.
I like hold my breath for these shots when someone else does it.
Love it.
I'm like, oh, this one's hard.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And the first real shot mistake
yes.
from Chou so far.
Yeah. Little jump up there. You know, you could tell she was
she felt the same thing I was feeling about that shot.
She was feeling it through the camera, Lonnie.
No, I did not do that.
No, I'm just joking. No commentators curse like people like to say.
But as a player, I think we all feel those same feelings in those situations. Like, you know that that's not the most ideal shot in this situation.
Yes.
So you know, as a player, I can kind of feel what they're feeling up there. So
yeah, it was.
You know
that
that's a tough shot. You know.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Jasmin's back at the table, looking to really
looking good here.
Yeah, take this rack back.
She's got a really nice angle going from the 5 to the 6. Out of the extension to the butter for cue, guys. That's a really great accessory to have in your bag. Definitely recommend getting a butt extension so then you don't have to use the bridge as often, especially on a shot like that, right, where she needs to have a nice stroke and let her stroke out. Great. She can now come down and play the 7 in the corner. Is a bigger pocket, but she could play it in the side as well. Yeah, looking to play it in the side. Right, and Lonnie, so now all the ways to watch this stream where we have on Facebook, YouTube, and also on Amazon Prime live, right? Live TV?
Yeah, so right now you can watch it on our YouTube. You can watch it on our Facebook. This match, only this match, first match of the day, and then we come back off the Facebook.
Good to know.
So,
okay.
So for the first match of each day, we'll have it on the Facebook. After that, we'll have to come to our YouTube, as well as Amazon Prime through Billiard TV. So.
Yeah, we are the debut for them, correct? For
yes.
Billiards. It's so exciting.
That is very exciting. So thank you to Amazon. And
thank you.
We purchased our scorekeepers from you, Amazon. So thank you for having some support of us.
I did mention that. There you go. I mean, I'm sure we bought so many other things for you, the tour as well, right? I mean...
We've used lots of Amazon for lots of things.
Exactly. I mean, Amazon is now...
Probably some of my cords for this set came off of Amazon. So.
I think my shirt came from Amazon. Just kidding. Whoa. All right, so she got a little funny on this 9 ball, but she's just going to focus on cutting it, looking like cutting it in that bottom left corner. She can also play speed on the cue ball here, right to the top rail, in case she misses it. But yeah, so great shot there, taking the lead 4-2-3.
All right,
let's talk about other... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yep. Okay, so real quick, I just want to say thank you to James Gruber, Frowny the Game Cat, Jude Mellencon, Mike Myers, Lynn G, Dr. Jen the Vet, and Will Ragsdale. Thank you guys so much for your donations, and you have been entered into our giveaway.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
All right, let's get back to this match. 4-3, favorite Jasmin Ouschan with Chou getting ready to break.
Yes. And if you guys are here in person with us, this venue is beautiful. We have VIP seating, as you can see behind the players. We also have their stands built, right, for general admission as well. And we also have the amateur event going on the side. Lots of great pool for all levels here this weekend. And like always, every year it's the same, right, coincides the amateur event with our event. Mm-hmm. So if you get a chance to come play the Doctor Pool event going on the side, and we have a Jacoby booth with Jacoby cues. We have the Q Queens docu-series is here, and they are selling swag and trying to raise funds to keep production going.
Yeah.
It's a new independent series that is in early production stages. So you can check that booth out, guys, if you're here in person as well.
Yep. Did you say Game On Gear?
Oh, and yes, Game On Gear is also here. Yeah, for all your apparel needs. They do such a great job. They are my clothing sponsor.
Mine too.
Awesome.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And they're so fun to work with. So if you guys ever get an opportunity to go to check them out on Facebook, and you can go to Game On Gear or Big Family Custom Creations. They're amazing, and the ladies work really hard to bring you exactly what you want.
Yes.
And of course, they have something standard if you want to check out their website or whatever. They have standard jerseys, or they're really open to working on new creative looks if something that you're interested in.
Yeah, Maria's a perfectionist, and she will go above and beyond for anyone who orders from them.
Yep.
So we cannot recommend them enough. All right, so whoopsies.
Oh boy.
So she was trying to really control that a little better, right? So that she could play the one, but it caught that two ball a little thin, right? Which put it behind the pink 4.
Yeah, I think
Can
she
we go
wanted to hit that too a little
side
fatter.
view?
She went rail first almost at it. All right. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to get another look here. All right, yeah. So it's funny because even if she hits the left side of the one, right, the scratch, there's a big pocket for the scratch there.
What
So
about
she could
coming
kick it
to the
she's
short
looking
rail
at
and crossing over it.
That's a nice kick save. Oh, she spun it in. Oh, sorry, excited. Great recovery shot there by Jasmin. Lonnie's laughing at me. I get animated.
You do.
So
You made me giggle.
I did not realize it was an option there. All right, so great recovery shot, and now she's got the 3 in the top right corner, and because of where the 4 ball is, she really just needs to focus on making this. But the cue ball is kind of traveling towards
the side.
that side,
and the
right?
8 ball makes it real big. Like
It does. The 8 ball makes it a much bigger pocket.
Yes,
Yep.
absolutely. So she has to make some decisions here, not only on position, but just pocketing the ball is not easy from this angle either.
Yeah, it's a little more difficult because where the cue ball is kind of close to that corner pocket and close to the rail.
Mm-hmm.
She could play defense. Right. She could also kind of make it and then draw across the side, like where the 6 is, and kind of draw it out off of that rail. Well, it looks like she's queuing up. Safety.
What a great shot. I mean, it's very creative there by Jasmin. Didn't work out, but really, it's not a terrible look. She pushes the 4 to the top short rail.
Yeah. Well, she was trying to get that cue ball behind the
Of
4,
course.
right? And then I agree. Definitely very creative. Like she didn't have a lot of options, so she came with a very creative shot. Didn't quite get there, but
And the push on the pink 4 made this a much more difficult shot for Chou as well.
she's gonna focus on just pocketing this and coming. Oh no, never mind. She did not want it. Not like it. I don't blame her. Coming up, was for the 4 was really hard there. All right, now she kind of has a nice angle to go forward around in between the window, right? In between that 6-7 window.
Yeah, and as long as she doesn't clip anything on the way out, she'll be just fine. Wow. All right, a weird miss by Jasmin there.
Yeah, unforced error there. Oh, there's a carom here, and she's looking at it. 3-9 carom. Kind of looks pretty good. Looks like a good option. Or safety, right? She can't really play the 3 because the cue ball is traveling. Well, she really doesn't have a good position to get on the 4 after.
No, because she's cutting the 3 so steeply that the cue ball's naturally going to come back towards the top left corner pocket. So we'll see how Rita chooses
She's going to
shoot
play
this.
defense, played safety here. Yeah, she had a lot of
Yeah.
blockers there.
I like to say the wall of balls.
Yes. Wall of China there.
That's fair.
Should say the wall of Taiwan, is because his Chou was from Taiwan. Oh, she gave her the edge of it, though.
She did.
Okay, she had a window, and she could bank it. But the bank, obviously, the cue ball's traveling away from the 4, so it's not ideal. She really can't get on the 4 after the bank, unless she kind of drew off of it and came back and settled. Yeah, and playing the safe there.
She wants it to slow down.
Yeah, I think she gave her the edge. She really wanted her to be behind, use those 6, 8 as blockers.
Yeah, maybe the very edge.
I think she has the edge, yeah. Or she could masse into it if she doesn't have the edge, but I think that she does. Again, making it really just sends the cue ball flying.
Yeah.
She can't really get back.
Yeah, you're cutting it so thin if you are cutting it in that it really doesn't lend you to this.
Exactly. The
pink
inertia.
four anyway.
Yeah, the inertia after hitting that ball so thin is just sends that cue ball flying. So let's see. Oh, she's jumping. Okay. So even if she did have the edge, probably didn't like it. Unfortunate roll here. Make great contact with that jump. Jasmin is also going airborne here with her Predator Rush. Break cue. And yeah, I mean, probably it's just, playing for a jump kick safe or can't jump safe, I would say. Obviously just wanting to make contact or for the bank. Right, so it looked like she was going for the bank there. However, she would have been hooked on the pink 4 if she had made that. So giving Rita a nice open opportunity here, right? The cue ball is traveling towards that up table, towards position for that 4 ball. So this is a great chance for her.
Now these ladies are on a mandatory 40-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack of 40 seconds and 60 seconds after the break.
And if it goes hill, they do get 2 extensions at that point.
All right. She cheated the pocket a tad, but I'm not sure how much of the 3 she had, if she had the whole ball or if she was kind of necessary to cheat the pocket, and that's okay. Yep. Worked out, ball's in the pocket, she's shooting the pink 4.
And a little straight, but I think that she has enough angle to make it work here. Yeah. Used that nice draw, pulled it back. She just wants to make sure, really it's the 8 ball, I would say here, is make sure that she gets a nice position from the 8. Right, for this, the 7-9 does make this a little funny. What do you think, Lonnie?
Oh, it does. And
Right?
it's if you, I don't know if the
She could
6
go up and
travels.
down. She
Does
could
the
go up and
6
down,
go
maybe.
past the 8?
I think it does.
She's,
But I don't think she would want to hold it for that.
I like this much better.
Yeah, that was the right
Getting
option.
back out to the center of the table was
Yeah, I agree. Because she had too much angle to really hold it for the 6 in the top corner. And I feel like going back and forth, she could have hit the 9, right, if she tried to go up.
At first, I thought she was looking at the window between the 7-9 to see about the 6 in the side, but I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't
again,
like
too, I
that.
think the too much angle on the 5 to hold it for that. Yeah. Really looks pretty routine here for Chou. Just wants to make sure that she really gets pretty straight here on this 8. Doesn't want to have the side pocket into play. Yep, just like that. Perfect little angle on the opposite side, right? So that the center pocket is not an issue at all. Stay down, a little bit of drop. Yep.
all right.
Looking to tie it up.
Yeah, about to be 4-4. in this race to 8.
Rack for rack. Let's go.
Hey. All right, so Jasmine's taking a break. We will be right back with you guys, folks. We got a special treat while they're on player break. Stay with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to take a quick second to introduce Lita Lopez. She is, what exactly is your title with the Q Queens, Lita?
I am the impact producer and crowdfunding campaign manager.
All right.
Impact producer means that my role is to spread the word about the project, about women's pool in general, grab the audience, and then, you know, just also help develop the project as
Awesome.
it's in production.
So you're having so much fun out in the crowd today. I've
Oh.
watched you this week. You've had, she's out there hooting and hollering and yelling for all
I
the
mean,
girls.
You know, I am a super fan, which is why I wanted to be involved in this
Yeah.
project. I'm probably your biggest super fan.
I was going to say,
all of
I
you.
think that's how you and I actually first connected, was through the WPBA YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in the
she
chats.
was always in all our
I'm in the
streams.
chats all the time.
And guys, just to let you know, I'm Miss Emily Duddy. I am the social media producer for Q Queens,
Yes.
as well as the event producer. And yeah, you know, it's an independent docu-series that's in the early stages of production. We started filming at the Dr. Pool Classic in December, which is the finale of the WPBA. And as you can see in the spotlight videos, we did a lot of great interviews.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Yes.
We also went and did a round table in North Carolina with Hall of Famers Allison Fisher, Ava Lawrence, and Gerda Hofstetter.
So you guys are also getting ready to do a big fundraising campaign at Amsterdam, right?
We are. It's this Friday. Yes, Friday, June 13th. It's going to be from 5 to 8 p.m. We are going to have Allison Fisher, Christina Slateva, Lori John, Jennifer Beretta, myself, Billy Billing. John Lehman's going to be the host. So really quickly, want to talk about Lita Lopez is here, and she is also, we are also crowdfunding, right, with
Seed and Spark, seedandspark.com. Seed and Spark is basically a Kickstarter for film and TV projects. So if you just go to seedandspark.com and search for Q Queens, you'll find us. We have some amazing signed. It's been so exciting to be here at this tournament right now because I'm getting everything signed by my favorite players, all of your favorite players. We've got racks, we've got custom-made cue balls signed.
Okay, so basically you guys are saying if you want to be involved and you're not here this weekend, please go to
seedandspark.com/fund/Q-Queens.
Okay. And then also your social
or-
media platforms.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Q Queens. And if you're interested in the live event raffle tickets, those are online go to qqueens.film and you'll find everything.
Okay.
That's the best place to go.
So you hear it here, folks. If you guys want to support this project, we want to get this out to big platforms like Netflix,
Like-
like ESPN,
like Amazon,
like Amazon, like
Yeah.
whoever. So we need support. So if you guys are interested in following along, please go check out Q Queens. Thank you so much, Lita Lopez.
Thank you,
We're
Lonnie,
gonna-
for having me. This
Absolutely.
is like a bucket list
Yeah.
thing for me
Thank you,
today.
Lita.
We got you, girl.
Thank you, Lita,
Thank
for jumping
you.
in. And come
Thank you.
see,
Thank
come
you,
see Lita
Emily.
in person, guys, and check out all the amazing swag that she has.
Yes, if
Absolutely.
you are here at Soaring Eagle, come by my booth.
All right. So
Thank
thank you guys.
you.
We're going to get back into the action. All right. Here we go. Nice break.
All right, tied up 4-4 here.
All right. So thank you so much, Lita. We appreciate you, girl. All right. Emily and I are going to get back to the business side of this match.
All
I
right.
do want to say a quick thank you to Chris Cooper, BS, and Brian Rose. We got you.
All right, guys. So Jasmin is hooked behind this cluster of balls here.
Man, this is a bit tough.
Yeah, very tricky.
She just one rail into the 2, right?
Let's see. Where is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, so one rail into the 2. It's a little tight.
It doesn't really lend itself much for a shot on the 3, though. Are they pushing? Is this from the break?
I
feel
think
like
it's
we
from
might
the
have.
break.
It is.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we
Sorry
missed
about
it,
that,
Em.
guys. Lita was on her way out of the booth, so we missed it, but that was a push opportunity for Jasmin.
Okay.
So she gave her the... Guys, and when we're thinking about the push out, right, we want to make it 50-50, right? So we don't want to completely have it, they can just automatically give it back, and they don't want it to have an easy shot as well, right? So you want to make it, them have to think about it. All right, so she can make this 2-ball, Lonnie, but then the position on the 3 is tough because of the 8. Okay, so shuttle set for 4, and then who's Mike Turner it? And then... Thanks, Dean.
All right.
Okay, good safe there. Yeah, she really didn't like making the 2-ball because she couldn't really get on the 3, so. I mean, if she can catch that side rail right above the 2, but it's really deep right in that pocket, Lonnie. For that's really, she's looking kind of maybe mass say into it.
Yeah, it was a good safety.
Just missed it.
All right. Safety successful.
Yes.
Jasmin will have
Mission
ball in hand.
Mission accomplished. She has earned ball in hand here, and she really needs it because the position from the 3, because the 8 is blocking that pocket, right?
Yeah.
So she wants to come above the 3 ball to play it right in the bottom left corner. That's kind of her best option.
I can't tell. It does look like
She could
it might also
play
come.
a safe. She could play
Yeah.
a safe off the 3. Right.
Yeah, there's a couple. She has a couple pocket options, but all of them positionally are very difficult to get to.
Yeah, I mean, she could play the carom if she wants to go offensive, or she can just roll. She could roll up on the 8, right? That's a constructive safety. It's a little touchy.
Hmm.
See what she decides to do. She could also thin the 3 and send it.
Yeah. She went for the carom on that. Caught the 7 very fat. Didn't work out. Rita comes to the table, but doesn't really have the best starting shot.
Yeah, a little fortunate there, leaving the 3 ball in the top rail. See, she could Yeah, she's gonna to figure out a defensive shot here. She could thin the left side of the or the right side of the 3, send the cue ball down table. Right. She could also you know, kind of bank the 3 ball behind the 8 and use that as a blocker potentially.
No matter what she does, it looks as though she's going to need the bridge. That's difficult to reach from that cue ball position. This is so preferential in my opinion too, because you can either put the 3 to the 8 or you can put the cue ball behind the 8. Like there's a few different ways you could go about
there's a lot of
this.
creative safeties
Yeah.
here. Yeah. I
All
like
right, she needs it to
that.
travel.
Came up a little short, I think. Think gave her part of the ball.
She might have a cross here.
Yeah, I don't know if she can make it.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
That 3's a little bit closer to that 8 than it actually looks from the main view. Let's see.
Yeah, so it looks like I think she has to kick it. She has a nice 1 rail kick, and she could potentially play kick safe and send the 3 down table and use the 8. Yeah, she's going for that kick safe.
Just kind of try to slow roll and tie it up on the 8.
Yeah, exactly. Like push the 3 down and then use that speed, right, to kind of push that cue ball behind the 8.
Instead of just hitting it with a little more pace, if she hits it with a little more pace and it leaks out, she sells out the entire rack. At least this way, I think sometimes people forget that the smallest things can still be safeties, the smallest movements.
Oh yeah, that was a very constructive way to hit
Right.
it too, right? Because she wasn't gonna leave her an open shot.
That's right.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah, very, very intelligent play there by Jasmin.
Yeah.
Although she did
play a
get safety
similar
back,
shot.
you know.
Yeah, of course, they were in a little safety battle.
Jasmin may also opt to do the same thing here. I don't know exactly what she's looking at. She made 2 rails, try to kick it out 2 rails also. That's an option. But the slow roll into the 3 is just a really smart shot. Yeah.
Very similar to the last one she was attempting, and she hit it much better.
This time she hit it beautifully. How do you like that? Nobody wants the shot. Now, I wonder if the 3-8 are wired.
I was just thinking
bottom
that.
left corner. If that's possible, Rena may opt to go a little more aggressively on this shot.
Yeah, it looks a little off.
There is a gap between the balls, so it's not wired, that's for sure.
It's definitely hard to tell from our view. She could make it, though. She could throw it in a little bit, just, you know, the way if she clips the 3 the right way.
2 rails under the 3 to force the cue in that direction.
No, she's keeping it constructive.
Safe. Smart. No rail?
No rail?
No rail.
No rail?
Brutal.
Sorry, I made a face in like.
I feel like we have the same brain today, Emily.
We're having fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging with us, watching this great pool match. We'll be here all weekend, Lonnie. The amazing commentator and stream master will be here all weekend for you guys. All right, nice wide open table here for Jasmin. Right, as long as she gets on the purple 5 ball here, she's in good shape. Just because of where the 9 is, right? It's just a little funny.
Well, people are definitely getting their money's worth on this match. Like lots of back and forth interaction between 2 of the best players in the game.
Yep.
If you're not learning something, you're not paying attention.
Agreed.
All right, so it looks like she's doubled up here. 6-8 combination. Could be worse, but she's going to really pay attention after she pockets the 8 ball. Where's the 6 going to go? Where does she need to place the cue ball in order to have a good shot on the 6 next? All right, so she was able to just roll it in and keep the 6 in front of the pocket.
Yep, controlled both balls very well. All right, gonna just follow this ball up. Very well done. All right, nice out there by Jasmin.
All right, real quick, thank you to Jay, last name. Thank you so much. We also got a small donation from Pat O'Connell. Thank you as well. Any and all donations are appreciated, just so we're clear. All right, guys, looking like we're going to check out live scores around the room. Kelly Fisher is currently up 4-2 over Nina Torvund. April Larson has taken the lead, 5-4 over Soledad Ayala. Sylviana Liu come back with a vengeance. She's up 5-2 over Brittany Bryant. Bojana Saric is up 5-3 over the assassin Monica Webb. Chieh and Kawahara are 3-2. Kawahara in the lead there, being hung 5-1 over the smooth criminal Kennedy Myman. Savannah Easton is 5-5 with Wang Wanling. Lots of great matches going on around the room.
Yes, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Emily Duddy, and I'm here with Alani Fox.
Read the score
Very,
line.
yeah, happy to be here with Yolani and helping out, you know.
We definitely appreciate all the help, and there's nothing wrong with having some great commentary from one of the top girls in the game. So we appreciate you joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
You got lots of experience to give to the fans at home, so you guys enjoy. The Billiard Bombshell is in here giving us some tips on how to play this game.
Hey, I've been out doing it a long time, so I'm just sharing a little bit, and that's what it's all about, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of women's clinics at my house lately, and with the local girls in my community, and giving a lot of lessons, guys. If you're ever in New York City, you can look me up. I'm at Amsterdam Billiard Club. All right, so looks like 1, and then is that the 4? Let's see. Yeah, no, the 2-8 combo maybe. If she doesn't like it, but she could probably come down. What do you think, and play it in the side if she can get there?
I'm curious as to how steep or straight.
Yeah.
All right. So she does have a little bit of angle here to get the cue ball moving.
Yep.
Although if she throws a lot of spin on it, that pocket gets a lot smaller. So we'll see what Jazz chooses to do here. She just goes for the 2-8 combo to set herself up for a good position. You know, she's got to get from the 2 to the 3 next.
Yep, and the 3 is at the top of the table, right? So just like she done that last combo, right? She's looking to really kind of roll this in, leaving the 2 ball there, trying to, you know, make sure she has a shot. Yep, and an angle to get up table for the 3. And then the other ball in this rack is kind of the 7 balls in that. A little bit of a funny spot. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to fall, and I was like, don't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, this is, you know, how I mentioned earlier with that very deep shelf on the diamond. That ball is very deep in that pocket. So she has to be very careful.
Well, and because it tracked over top of the 8, it just made this next shot so much more difficult.
Yes.
Getting for position to the 3.
Exactly, guys. So, and depending on how thin or thick that she hits it, if she hits it too thick, it's going to just stun right there and leave the cue ball there. If she hits it too thin, it could kind of take off on her.
And do some
So let's
wonky
see.
stuff. I always
Yeah,
say,
so
you know,
wonky.
it's getting a little wonky over
Yeah,
there.
see that? There was a lot of traffic too.
Oh boy.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Tough spot for Jasmin now.
Yeah. I feel as though once that two took that extra rotation over to the deep side of that pocket, Jasmine
Yeah.
knew this was going to be a difficult
Yeah, if she had a
positional
little
shot.
more angle on the one, right? I do think she would have just tried to get on that two in the side, but she wanted to make sure she got another shot there. This looks like a kind of a zigzag potential kick here, right? Trying to go past the 9 ball.
Let's just kind of get a look at the space between the
yeah.
balls. That's a good look at it.
So, yeah, it's going to, yeah, exactly, just like that zigzag. And she just missed it. It's a very good attempt. All right, unforced error there by Jasmin, hooking herself off that 2 ball. Great opportunity for Chou to tie up this match. All right, in a good position here. Maybe a little straighter, too straight, like, straighter on the 6 than she'd like, but she's good to just draw back. 7 in the top left. All right, 5-5.
Wow, just so much back and forth action here.
Yeah, no one's. I think the only time that anyone was ahead was at the beginning, right? 3-1.
Yeah.
Is that the only time that Jasmin was ahead by 2 games, the whole match? And now it's just been back and forth.
Unreal.
Yeah. Well, and to be expected, they're both playing very well. It's just been a little mistakes here and there to to get up those two games. Jasmin really wanted to get that lead there, but.
All right,
All
real
right,
quick,
race date.
thank you to JS. We've got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so 5-5. This is a race to 8. One of these ladies will be eliminated after this. The winner will play at 2 o'clock versus the winner of Chieh and Kawahara, which is still pretty tight, so we don't know exactly who that will be. The loser of this will leave this event 17th through 24th with a nice check. I'm not going to say it's going to be the best of the best, but it's a decent check for a 17th through 24th finish. You guys can check out all those payouts, etc., on digitalpool.com. Dry break. Wow, dry break for Jazz. You see Rita taking the perfect rack off the table. That is the official rack sponsor here at the WPBA. All right. Well, let's see. She's doubled up on the 1-5, so that's not exactly her best option for offensive shot. She may just opt to play a safety. She could cross the 1, bank it in between the 5 and the 7, bring it down table. Maybe try to put the cue ball under the 7. We'll see what she used, the 4 or the 5. That's perfectly fine as well. She definitely got the ball banked down table. She has left Jasmin the edge of the 1 though. So Jasmin will have sight on it. I do say that with the 9 on the spot for the break, I feel as though we're seeing so many more interchanges between the great players. Well, between all of them, of course, but I think this whole field is great. But you're just seeing so much more back and forth interchange. With the 1 on the spot, I think this match would have been over a long time ago for one of these two players, either one being capable of winning, of course. But it's interesting. Like the 9 on the spot has definitely changed the dynamic. Aligning the WPBA with international rules has not been a bad thing, in my opinion. That way, the American girls are also being able to compete in the same manner, and that way, when they go to world championships and things like that, they'll be prepared. All right, so Chou is going to the air, ladies and gentlemen. She's a Predator sponsored player. You know, she's also sponsored by Hoya Bit and Jinli Power. So that's kind of interesting. I don't exactly know what Jinli Power is, but if it's a power company, how cool is that as a professional pool player to be sponsored by the power company? It's amazing. All right, so nice jump safety there. And it looks like Jasmin is probably also going to the air. Oh, she may be able to get to the edge of this one and spin it in rail first. Although I do wonder if that really leads her to a good shot on the 2 next. We'll see what Jazz chooses to do. Oh, she had it. Okay. So she gets a little bump on the blue 2, but that's okay. With a slight draw stroke, and she doesn't even really have to use a big draw stroke here. She could just play more of a stun stop shot if she'd like to, or she can play it with more of a follow stroke and come back across the top side of the 3 to shoot the 3 in the bottom right-hand corner. She has lots of options here. I guess it just basically depends on what she's most comfortable with and what she feels will be most successful for her. That's the one thing about 9-ball.
Also,
Oh,
playing
wow.
it that way was 2-way as well, right?
Yes,
Playing
there's
in
a
the corner.
2-way.
Yeah, the 2-way downside, because if she misses it, then she has that big cluster there.
All right, so
2-way worked out, and she has a 2 rail kick coming from behind it, right? Kind of going past that 7 and 2 rails, but she has to make sure she hits it hard enough to get a rail after contact.
it's hard
Yeah,
to
just like
believe.
that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It's hard to believe that Jasmin's first WPBA event was in 2002.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. I remember she burst onto the scene.
Yeah. And then she said she was officially on tour. Once she was officially on tour, she won the BCA Open Las Vegas in 2006. It's pretty crazy. If you think about it, that was like 20 years ago.
True. Yeah.
Woo. Don't age me without aging me. Thank you.
You look great. We all look great. It's fine. Yeah, the years have flown by.
Absolutely.
But I've been on tour 15 years, and I've always been such a fan of Jasmin, of just her game, and also of her just, how much she does for the game, and she's just so classy and also inspirational with how athletic she is. And you guys know she was on Dancing with the Stars in Austria.
I know she got second.
Yeah,
She almost won.
second. I know. And man, guys, check out Jasmin on Dancing with the Stars. I mean, just fierce.
She was so good. I was
Fierce.
like, girl, did you just dance?
Oh man, yeah, amazing.
So awesome. All right, so here we are. She underdrew that ball just a tiny bit. I don't think she was trying to set up for any type of breakout. Wasn't really necessary.
Yep, agreed.
So it was just maybe a little bit of deceleration in the stroke. All right, here we are.
I think she's okay. Just kind of come up table and then stay on the left side of that purple 5. She's just got to make sure she has the angle, moving forward towards play the 6 in the bottom left corner. mean, that was also a great option there. She's just, you can tell she's a little
She's
higher
straight.
body language because she's straight on the 5.
She's straight is what happened there.
Exactly. She's like, "Ugh."
I know so many people, when you think about it, you guys in pool, when you're playing, if you don't fall straight in, that's a good thing. Like some people get very stressed out about not being perfect
Yes.
on the shot, but to us, perfect means having a little angle.
Yeah, I was talking about this in the chat last night too, guys. So it looks easy. The shot is easier to make if it's straight in, but we need at the high level pool, right? You need angle to be able to move the cue ball around in a natural way.
That's right.
Right. The more angle that we have, you don't want, obviously it depends on the shot, but you definitely you want it to naturally move towards the next ball and into the long line for position, all of that jazz, right? So having angle at high level pool is important. If you're a beginner player, right, and you're just focused on pocketing the ball, that's a different story, right?
Wow, nice strike.
Yep, she hit that really well. And again, like we just were talking about, she has a nice angle to really go forward. I kind of like going forward more here because she could draw off that rail, but a little far away from it, right? Kind of like going forward into playing the 8 in the bottom left corner. But she could, she's looking to draw it. That's fine too, and play the 8 in the side. Or punch it off the rail. Nice, another great option.
All right, so it looks like Kennedy has been defeated by Bean. She will be eliminated from this event in 17 through 24.
Yeah, still a great event for Kennedy, considering this monster field.
Yeah. Still a fantastic finish.
Yeah, fantastic finish. Yeah.
She played really well throughout the early stages of the event, too. So I have to give a shout out to Kennedy Myman. She was exceptional. All right, 6 to 5.
Jasmin again in the lead.
Yeah, so now she will be racking for Chou. It looks as though they're holding serve.
They are.
Yeah.
And I like that change that we've made in that way where we're racking for each other now. It is, I think it's, it's definitely speeding things up, and it's really great to not have to think about the 3-point rule.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's been a positive change.
Now, I don't know about you, Emily. Maybe you can let me know if you do this, but when I'm practicing, I want to be mindful because with this break, you don't have to crush it, right? But, but there's different speeds you can hit this break and be successful. And I try all the different speeds, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I asked my husband, I mean, I don't feel like I'm soft breaking with this break. I'm getting the 3-point compliance but we don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of gauging my speed on the break by that, saying, I'm not soft breaking. I'm still complying with what would be a 3-point rule.
Oh, I've completely eliminated it from my brain. I'm like, hallelujah, let's not think about it. But I know what you're saying. It's interesting because you really, to make that one ball on the side too, you really can't hit them too hard. You kind of had that, that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Right? Finding that sweet spot. But I feel like I have taken a lot of power off of it, and it's the balls are really moving well, I feel like.
If you connect properly, they do move.
Exactly.
All right, so she misses the one in the side, but does pocket the wing.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. No, she didn't. She did not make the wing. It came back out.
It came back out. Yeah, like kind of bobbled there in there.
Brutal.
Yeah, big opportunity for Jasmin to get on the hill here. All right, it's looking pretty good too. I feel like, 1 to the 3 combo. Another one where she's wants to. This is a good combo opportunity because the cue ball is kind of moving up table towards table, kind of towards the top rail. So she can play it with the 1 hanging and again tap the 3 in. She just has to navigate that cluster in the middle, really.
Yeah, I think You know, this is also preferential. I like the drawing out to get to the two. Some people would prefer the two rails out of the pocket, just so that you don't have to decelerate at all or get weird trying to hit the draw stroke. Two rails out of the pocket for the two in the side. Like that. Good shot.
Yeah.
A little short on it,
A little
but
sure, but I think it goes in the corner,
yeah, I
right?
think she's okay. Tracks past the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was well done and looking good for the pink 4 in the bottom right corner.
Yeah. She can make the 2 in the side and just pinch draw
Yeah,
it over
yeah.
for the 4 for
I
sure.
like that as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
a little bit. Whoa.
A little bit whoa. I like that
A
one.
little bit whoa.
A little bit whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she definitely rolled further than she would have liked there. It has this kind of steep back cut. I would probably play a safety here. Jasmin is very offensive. And of course, she does want to get to the hill right now. But she doesn't want to go for a flyer also. It'd be risky. Yep, that was the problem with cutting it in. But Jasmin is definitely, I would consider her an more offensive player. Obviously, all areas of her game are so strong. All right, so now it's a big question mark. Play the purple 5 in the top left corner, or play a safety here.
Man. I mean, there's
It's a
just
tough
nothing about
spot.
this shot that I enjoy. If I was Jazz, I'd be mad too.
Yeah, that's she's in this position because she just rolled too far with a position on the 4, and that's the other thing, guys. You want to think about is it's really the mistake was on the 2 ball, right, to get her into this spot because she kept having to recover.
It needs to get a cue under the 7.
See, and really, she should have played a safe on the pink 4 because this, that she has so many good options then, and she just kind of, she's a little stubborn, I think, and just wanted to get out.
We all believe we can get there.
Of course, and don't get me wrong, she is capable of doing that, but it was definitely a tough spot.
And unfortunately, by not being conservative when she was in a little bit of trouble, she's now given the rack back to Rita.
Yes.
I also am guilty of said things.
as well, 100%. Yes, I would say as I've matured and grown as a player, I do that kind of stuff a lot less, of course. When I was younger, I wanted to just go for everything, and I think we all just, as we realize it's not the right time. At the same time, sometimes you do just gotta, just go for it. Whatever you decide to commit 100% while you're standing up, right? We make all our decisions standing up, guys, and then get down on the ball.
Right. Well played.
Yep.
So probably just one rail to shoot the 9 in the opposite corner. I don't know that she has to dig in and come 2 rails out. She can just easily make this one rail and come back up table.
Yeah, just like that. Nice call.
And once again, we're tied at 6s. Tied.
Yeah, tied.
All right, guys.
6-6.
And there you have it, 6-6 in this race to 8. This is a race to 2 for all the marbles. Let's talk about what's going on the back end on the other events in the room. It looks like Savannah Easton just defeated Wang Wanling.
Woo-woo!
So good for
Beep,
that.
beep.
Yeah, little road runner.
Loves that.
Boyana is on the hill over Monica Webb, the assassin, at the moment. Sylviana Liu is 6-4 over Brittany Bryant, but Brittany's won a few wrecks to get back in that match. Kawahara and Chieh, 4-3 in favor of Kawahara. And Kawahara is actually, or the winner of that match will be playing the winner of this match. Soledad in April are currently sitting at 6s. April is definitely staying in that match. Nina Torvind has taken a deficit 6-3 by Kelly Fisher. So these are all elimination round matches. The winner of those matches will advance to the 2 o'clock round, which is coming up quickly. I think we're going to fall a little behind on a few of those matches, so we'll see what happens. But here we are with our feature matchup. Jasmin Ouschan and Chieh Chou, 6-6, playing a race to 2 to advance in this event.
Very exciting. Yeah, Jasmine's just kept, you know, kind of getting that 1-game lead and then kind of making an error to get the 2-game lead. And here we are.
Well, she does get
Great
the 1 on the
break.
side. Cue ball tracks up
Cue,
table.
yeah, cue ball, a little more movement. She would have, obviously, she's trying to get it in the middle of the table. Just checking that out. So 2 ball to the 3 right now is a little funny just because of the distance, right? The cue ball is, there's so much distance between the 2 and the cue ball, and she has to really it's like a really thin cut, right? So the inertia is going to like kind of let the cue ball fly a little bit, right? See if she can hold it.
Yeah, she's tightening right up. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done. I'm not giving
Very
away any
smart
more
shot.
racks.
That was the move because the 2 to the 3 is in a funny spot. Looks like she has a window.
All right, Emily, I'm going to step out for just a second. Go ahead and keep this rolling, girl.
No problem, babe. All right. So Jasmin didn't quite get that safety like she wanted. She left Chou a piece of that ball, so now she has played a better safety here. By putting the cue ball on the rail, she has also made it more difficult for Jasmin. So nice hit by Jasmin there. She was trying to play a kick safe, but she has left this open shot for Chou. And honestly, everything is looking pretty wide open here. Great opportunity to have Chou get on the hill first. Yeah, and as long as she really just gets a good position here on the 5, yeah, just like that, you know, she played it that way to make sure ensure she got an angle to go from the 5 to the 6, playing the 6 in that top right corner. Just like that. And beautiful angle management from Chou, like usual. Yep, you just want to bear down here, pocket the 6, come across for the 8 in the bottom right corner. Looking good. Stop shot. And Chou should get to the hill first. Great out over Jasmin's missed kick save. And Chou is on the hill first. Let's see if Jasmin can look into break and run and tie this back up. All right, welcome back, Lonnie. So after Jasmin kind of left that window on that last safe, Chou played a really great safe off the 2, and Jasmin attempted a kick safe but left her the whole ball, and Chou ran out from the 2 ball.
This is where I feel like Rita excels, is in those moments where you really have to dig in and solidify your presence in the match. And she does that so beautifully.
Yeah. And she did win our last event, right? The Racks, New York Racks event, our last WPBA event. Chou won that one.
Yeah, I want to say she had like 4 break-in runs in the finals.
Wow.
With this format.
Yeah, she's a multi-world champion. So incredible.
Technically, right now, ladies and gentlemen, this could be the finals of this tournament.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of these, actually.
Beautifully done.
Good.
This could be the end of the road for Jasmin Ouschan. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, yeah. What a great spread. Honestly, the most difficult shot is right now, right? Because she's on the rail. The cue balls, she's pretty straight on the 2. And the 3 is, I can't tell if the 3 goes in the corner. Oh, if the 3 goes in the corner, then she could kind of settle and play that. She's pretty good.
I think it goes in all 4 corners. It goes in all 6 pockets.
That's true.
Oh, it's dark in there.
Ooh. Held my breath there for a second. She hit that very well. Yeah, she didn't need to settle, right? She just came up for the 3 on the side. Much better option.
Yeah, Chou just doesn't seem like she has any nerves at all, but you know she does. I mean, if you're in person with her and you watch her from in person, you can see her jersey shake. She's very present in her big moments. Oh boy.
Wow.
But she must be real mad too.
This is as much as emotion as we've seen really from her, though.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is for the win.
She's stoic. Like a
stoic.
Stoic. Yeah. Is that how you say it? Yeah. She just carries that well.
She does. Her poise is amazing.
Yeah.
She's very, very composed under pressure. So I don't blame her for, it was a good save. She wanted. Obviously, she leaves Jasmin a pretty good jump here, but with the purple 5 down table.
And the 4 being very close to the rail.
Yes.
No room for error. And we know how difficult this shot is to shoot past the side pocket when it's not a jump shot.
Yes, agreed. So Jasmin trying to make this ball. Hoping for a roll. I mean, the banking the purple 4 ball in is natural position for the 5, and it's also 2-way.
She's on the pink 4.
Yeah, pink 4. Yeah, no, pink 4. Banking the pink 4 in. I'm sorry, did I say the wrong color?
Yeah, purple.
Sorry. Banking the pink 4 right now is a very natural position to play the purple 5 next. And it's also kind of a 2-way if she hits it at the right speed. Right? Or she could just play a straight safety as well. Obviously, it's like a few different defensive options here as well. I feel like she's going to pick it. She could slice it in too. Cut it in the corner. Yeah, see, that bank was just so on.
And
Natural
just
position.
natural, yeah.
The natural, yeah, exactly. Natural position for the next shot.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
steps just got quicker. She knows
Mm-hmm.
that this is her opportunity right here to seal the deal and
Yep.
advance in this event. She did come through the B side last year as well, just to be clear. Rita is very dangerous on the
Who
B
did
side
she
of
lose
this
to?
event. Well, she lost to Christina on the A side, and then she had to come back through.
Oh, yeah. And then who
Yeah.
did she lose to in this event?
Well, I don't remember. She lost to Christina, but she won this event last year. Rita did.
Oh, excellent.
So she played Christina in the finals.
All right, great match there by
All
both
right.
ladies.
All right, everybody. So thank you guys for tuning in. We want to give a special thank you to Aramith, Simonis, and of course Diamond, as well as the host and headlining sponsor here, which is the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. I want to say thank you to Emily Duddy, the billiard bombshell, for her excellent commentary throughout this match.
Thank you for having me.
Make sure you guys, if you're interested, stay tuned. Our next matchup, let me just double check that real quick. I do believe that it's Yuki Hiraguchi, is that right? Yuki Hiraguchi versus Wei Su Chen, the Wave. That's going to be an A-side matchup starting at 2 o'clock, so give us 15 minutes to reset the stream, and we'll be right back in action. Don't forget about the swag giveaway that's only available to donate through Super Chats when we're live in our live YouTube chat. So you will have to come to WPBA Billiards on YouTube to be a part of that. Want to say a special thank you to all our sponsors here at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, the Masters 2025 WPBA. This is a world ranking event. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond. You guys have a great day.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.